Peace, 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 beloved. What's up? Peace, beloved. What's up with you? Bugged out, yo. Bugged out, yo. What you from B-More? Bugged out, yo. I just put up a good video, man. Check that video out. Chillin' fan. That's what's up. That's what's up. I just put up a video. I don't know. I came up here. I felt like coming up here today. Southside Jamaica. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, I just came up here today, man. I wasn't gonna come up here today. I don't know if you've been watching, but this Mel Cross character, he kind of got me out of character. And you know, I was trying to go to more or less to the esoteric side of it, the conspiracy side of it, because I got a little bit upstairs. You know what I mean? I want to go that way, but everybody hitting me saying keep up with the hood stories and the hood tales. So I'm gonna keep it there for a little while, man, because that's what people saying, man. You know what I'm saying? And you get more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. And sometimes knowledge itself and certain things, you know, the esoteric and the conspiracies and all of that, sometimes that thing could be like the vinegar. Sometimes the street stuff be the honey. So I'm going to keep it street for a little while as I upgrade and continue to upgrade and do things, you know what I mean? But yeah, I had to put belt to ass, man. This Mel Cross dude, he been getting on my nerves, man. So I had to wow him up. So I'm not gonna be on here long, but when I get off here, I got a good video that I put up here. Hey, your only fan, your only fan. Hey, your only fan, what's up? Bro, it's 1 o'clock right now, and I'm supposed to be sleeping right now. I'm supposed to be asleep too. I'm supposed to be asleep too, man. I ain't gonna be on here long. I really just came up here to tell everybody I just dropped a video. It's only like 20 minutes of Hell Rel. I had a recording of Hell Rel with him talking about 183rd and Crestston. And I really just put it up there because Mel Cross had put out a video basically saying that, you know, but my dad is sleeping so I can stay up. Oh, you need to get out of here. You might be too young to be up here, man. You might be too young to be up here if you gotta wait for your dad to go to sleep. It's only 1:58 in your country. What country is that? Your only fan? What country you in? I keep forgetting we got people out the country. But yeah, I put up a video about Mel Cross because he was saying that I wasn't on 183rd and Creston. So I just so happened to have a video of the rapper Hell Rel, a recording of him talking to Smash on the phone, and they're talking about our time on 183rd and Creston. So it's just a coincidence, but I put that video. Y'all could back out of here and go watch that video, because that's really what I came up here to do, really just to promote the video, man, because man, Hal Rel got me. He got me in my Mel Cross got me in my bag on the west coast of Canada. Why what? Trump? Why? Why what? Bro, shit, I have to. Trump, why? Why what? Why I'm up here? I just came to promote my video, to be honest with you. I just uploaded a new video, so I'm up here really just to promote the video. Tell y'all go to my channel and watch that new video I got. It's Hell Rel talking again. Oh, while I'm promoting a new video, I just put up a new video. It's you know, I've been recording Hell Rel and sending it to social media, so it's one of the recordings we have of him. Was Mel Cross someone you would step to back in the days or nah? Mel Cross, he went up. For those who don't know, Mel Cross was one of the big homies. They gave him his own gang. He had one of the Brim gangs. He was one of the leaders of the UBN, and they gave him his own hood. He shot somebody over a dice game back in like 93, 94. He shot somebody in the head over a dice game, and he spent the last 30 years upstate locked up, and he came home. And at one time, he was somebody that I did look up to when I was a kid, though. When I was a kid, As soon as I got outside and I started doing things, he wasn't somebody that I looked up to. So at one time, was he somebody? He was somebody nobody would step to. People wouldn't say nothing to that dude. He was a dangerous dude. But me, I would have said something to him because I didn't care. I was just like him. He ain't do nothing that I ain't do. So it's a good thing he went up north. I probably would have put him in a bag. I ain't gonna lie. He'd have got in my way. Rip Cash, OG Cash, man. Rip Cash, man. Rip Terry, man. Rip to the bro. Double tap the screen and like the live. Yeah, tap the screen. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm letting y'all know right now. I ain't figured out how to do it, but I'm going to block whoever's not subscribed off my lives. Next time I go, you're going to have to be a subscriber to get in my live anyway. I just ain't really figured out how to do it. So if I do it that way the trolls will have to subscribe in order to troll me. I'm going to make people have to subscribe to troll me. You know what I mean? I don't mind the trolls, but you're going to have to subscribe to troll me. Rip Aaron Carter. I don't know who Aaron Carter is, but rest in peace to that brother, whoever that may be. We had Irish families in my hood in Kingsbridge. Yeah, we had there was actually one Jewish lady still on Weeks Avenue that I remember. She lived in my building. She had like red hair and freckles. I can't remember her. Miss, I can't remember. But there was one Jewish family that lived on Weeks. That wasn't a family, it was one lady. And she reminded me of the wife from Archie Bunker. I don't know if y'all are old enough to remember Archie Bunker, but she reminded me of Edith from Archie Bunker. And it was a Chinese family across the concourse. Other than that, it was just blacks, Dominicans, and Puerto Ricans. But there was a Chinese family that lived across the concourse, one Chinese family, and there was a Jewish lady that lived in my building. You remember Edith? She knows you believe. Shark said be ready when he get out. I'm always ready, man. I'm always ready. I got these registered things over here. He don't want to come over here playing. He gonna have to come all the way down south. He gonna have to book a flight, come down here. Then he gonna have to get through these Crane Corso dogs. I ain't got the dogs yet. I'm about to buy two puppies. But by the time he get out, they're gonna be full grown. He gonna have to get through to the dogs. And if I show you what my girl got, I'm not even being funny. The 45 was my favorite handgun. I didn't like 9s. I didn't really like 357s. I was a 4.5 guy. 4.5s got bullets. They got fat bullets, so they knock you down. So he gonna have a lot of work to do. If he get past the dogs, he gonna have a lot of work to do. Real shit. I ain't worried about Shark. If he get out. James said he gonna see you too. Where, in hell? I'm trying not to go there, brother. I'm praying and meditating so I won't see James in hell, because that's the only place I'm gonna see him. He'd see me at Walmart. It ain't even no Walmarts where I live at. It ain't no Walmarts. I don't think Shark getting out though. Tell him I said it. I don't think he getting out. I think they're gonna be waiting for him at the gate. I ain't being funny, I'm just being honest. Somebody might be at the gate waiting for him. Tell him I said it. Tell him I said it. But yeah, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I got a nice video, man, on my joint right now of Harrell, one of the recordings we had of him, basically saying that how we took over Crestston and the stuff that went down on Crestston. It's a small little video, but only reason why I put it up, the universe just sent it to me after Mel Cross made it a big deal to go on Crestston with some dudes and show like, oh, look, he never been on Crestston. They wasn't over here. They wasn't. Smash sent me the video with him and Rel talking about our time on Crestston, because we was on Crestston for a minute. Shark ain't doing nothing. I'ma handle it myself. Brother, please, peace be with you, man. Please. How does it feel to be bald but also trying to be hard? I'm not trying to be hard, man. I promise you I'm not. What is this goofball shit? Y'all grown? You must be talking to the trolls up here. It's 1 a.m, man. So you got to think what type of people gonna be up here. It's even later in some parts of the world. So you gotta imagine the type of people we gonna attract. They say the freaks come out at night, so got a bunch of people in here. That's why I'm about to get off. Yo, Bucks, I'm glad you out the BX and living your life. I'm glad to be out there too, brother. I'm glad. I'm glad to be up out of there, man. You know what I'm saying? Now I could be a father to these children, do a little prayers and meditations. Once I get everything up, I'm gonna show y'all how to sage your house down, how to make holy water, how to make spirit water, so you could cleanse your environment. You know what I'm saying? And keep negative energies and entities out. Give you certain practices like, you know, sleeping on the floor if you can. Don't have to be the floor, but not having your bed elevated, you know, not wearing your shoes inside your house. A lot of those practices, if you ever watch like the Chinese people, the Asians, how they don't wear their shoes in the house and how they sit on the floor, eat on the floor, sleep on the floor. Well, a lot of those practices are spiritual practices that we need to learn. We need to learn those practices. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about you online, rambling about BS to 28 listeners. You make 29 and you still here. That's good, man. Congrats. Let me hold $1, y'all. $20. You only got caught with 40 grams in total. Yo, I wish I only got caught with 40 grand, son. I wouldn't have had to tell. I wouldn't have had to tell. I promise you I wouldn't have had to. I like how you show the demonic overtones in the drill music and give us more knowledge of spiritual infiltration going on in these streets and in the future, please. It's a spiritual battle. Yeah, brother. Yeah, Ruben. I am. I am. I promise you I am. I promise you I am. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna show y'all because I was possessed. I was possessed. I had a lot of spiritual attachments myself. Yo, who? Oh, now I'm on the live real quick, bro. I'm gonna get off real quick. Yeah, you wanna say what's up to people? Hold on, y'all. This is my brother. He just called. I got him on the This the brother Smash and Scrape. He's the one. If when y'all go to my channel after this, if y'all decide to, and y'all listen to the video that I just put up to debunk Mel Cross saying that we was never on Crestston or I never had drugs over there and all the negative shit he tried to debunk. I only try to debunk him from debunking me just to show you he don't be knowing what the hell he be talking about. But this is the brother that's on the phone with Hal Rel at on the joint. This is my brother Smash. Say what's up to the people.
How y'all doing? How YouTube world going? How y'all doing, baby?
Oh, you should let your girl take that charge. She had a booth. Yeah, my girl at the time, she did have a booth, but she pulled it out and gave it to the police. So that's that. Yeah, somebody must have read up my paperwork. Said you only got busted with 40 grams and you told on everybody.
40 grams? Come on, we don't do 40 grams. You mean 40 P's?
No, I did. I think in the car, I think we did have like 40 grams of hard.
Not you, I'm just saying, what they don't know? They don't know we do.
Oh no, well, yeah, they don't know. The feds didn't go by that. We already had sales backed up. My paperwork don't say 40 grams. It say 2 kilos or more and a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, what we got caught with, that's when they ran down on us already. We was already getting ran down on. So the little shit we had in the car, that wasn't the charge. They was actually coming to make an arrest for a federal warrant. And when we got busted with 50-something grams of hard and 50-something grams of heroin or whatever the case may be. But to be honest with you, I wasn't even supposed to go out there that day. I was actually going out there just to pick up some money. The addict that we was with, she was supposed to left with the 40 grams and the 40 grams, the 40 and the 50 grams, whatever it was. I can't remember. It wasn't a lot though. You're right. And she was supposed to jump on the highway from New York and go down there and drop it off. And we was going to go back and get the money. But what had happened was, when I put her on the highway, my little man's called and they had like 4 grand for me. So instead of me waiting for the 4 grand, I wanted to go grab the money. So we rode with her. And that's how we got booked. my phone was already being traced. They already had my location. So they couldn't arrest me in New York. So I, being greedy, jumped in the car, me and my girl, and we rode down there with her. And when we got there, they were setting up the perimeter because they could track me and see me coming into Pennsylvania. So no, I didn't get busted with 40 grams in total. Yeah, we got busted with 40 grams, but when they ran down on us, they was already serving a federal warrant, and we just got caught with that. But it wasn't like we just got caught with that, and I told, no, they was apprehending me for a federal warrant.
Hey, yo, bro.
Yo,
They can hear me?
yeah, they can hear you.
I just want to tell you how much I love you. You know, you're one of the realest. You're one of the realest men in my life. You know what I'm saying? You my blood brother for real, man.
I love you too, bro.
Hey, my kids love you.
My kids love you too, nigga.
I'm gonna tell you, you know that. Come on, man. They ain't gotta be going there. I'll tell you something real quick. I never told you thank you, man.
Thank you for what?
I'm gonna tell you. Let me cook. You 5 minutes, I'm out of here. So my daughter was like, yo, daddy, for real? I'm like, yeah. So I told her about how you bought the rims for the car. She was riding around with TVs in the back, extra shit. When I could have went to my dad and got all the extra shit, but you like, nah, go to your dad for what? They be getting money. What you talking about? Nigga, go over there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Real shit. And I had stroller, car seat, everything. Eddie Bauer, you did that. When was this, that? What else to me, bro? I'm like, damn. I need this too, bro. I need that too. I need that. Yeah, appreciate you, but I never really told you.
Nah, you know what it is, bro. I appreciate you too. I love you, nigga. You know what's up.
Man, listen, you already know what it is, man. The devil do us for life's course, you know?
Yeah, you know what's up.
All right, boy. I love you, man.
I love you more, bro. I'll hit you in the AM.
You already.
Funds up.
Funds up.
You know that. Yeah, that's my brother. We call every night, every morning. We do that. We call each other in the night. We call each other in the morning. When we ain't in the streets no more, but we was in the streets. If it was, we had our main, probably was about 15 of us, but the main 5 or 4 of us, we all would call each other at night and make sure we all got in. That's just what we did every night. Yo, you good? Yeah, you could have been with a girl. He could have been in a hotel room, but before the night was out, we had to let each other know we was good. Every night, we do that, all of us. That was Smash. This is the guy who lived on Crestston. This is the guy, when you go see my video where it say, Hell Rel proves Mel Cross wrong. This is the guy who's on the phone with Hell Rel. He actually lived on Crestston. That's how we got on Crestston, because he lived on Crestston. So that's how we ended up getting over there, because of him. And every night, when he's gonna come up here one day and tell you, because everybody want to hear the stories. We actually lived a crazy life. So it's like, you ever see the A-Team? We was like the A-Team. We rode around in vans, 6, 7 deep, 6, 7 pews, and that's just how we lived. When he went home every night, he gonna tell a story one day. Because he lived on Crestston, which was a neighborhood, we had beef with everybody over there. So whenever we dropped him off or we came to pick him up, before he came outside, somebody would go in the building, go upstairs, and come back down and make sure nobody was lurking in the building before he came out. So we would go upstairs, check the building, and then come out, and then 2 people would fan. One person would stand on the corner, because, if you in the in blocks, you can't see the other block. So somebody would stand on this block to look both ways. We would be in the van, and somebody would go upstairs, check, and come down, and then knock on the door. And then he would come out, and he would have a gun in his hand. Whoever was with him had a gun, and we was outside with guns. And that's how we got in the van. And we would repeat the same procedure when we dropped him off every night. And the same with me and some of the other brothers who was in neighborhoods that we had problems in. I'm not even like, so, and he gonna come up here and tell you, how Rella tell you, the McClintons on 183rd, most of the young ones over there, they'll tell you, like we was like that's how we was just moving around that time. But Mel Cross was up north sleeping with transgender at that time, so he wouldn't know that. He's busy here trying to disprove me, but he wouldn't know that. Matter of fact, he wouldn't even know none of this stuff because before he went to jail, he was just a kid taking packs from people. He ain't never had his own block. He never read up. I don't even think to this day he even know what 50,000 look like. I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. But these are the type of dudes who want to be up here trying to discredit somebody. All he had to do was say, yo, you a snitch. We don't want to hear you. That's all you had to do. And I'd have been like, you know what? I respect it. Real nigga. But trying to discredit me and say I didn't do what I did is crazy. Then when he talks about Weeks, he names all the older guys who was sitting on the bench. All the people he named, yo, shout out to these ones from Weeks. Those are the people who are his age. And they were on the bench. And them same dudes that he named, even though they got me by like 4, 5, 6 years, I bet they'll tell him I was the only one out of my generation outside with them every night. With Greens, with Act, with Knot, with G. Them dudes got me by 3 to 5 years. And when I was 16, 14, 15, 16, I was outside with them every night, doing robberies in the park with them every night. And Rel and all the dudes, all their little brothers that's my age, they was in the house sleep. I climbed out my window, and every night I would be with Jet, rest in peace, Knock, rest in peace, you know what I'm saying, Supreme, rest in peace, Special, G, even her brother, who got us by 3 years, wasn't even able to be outside that late. But G and some of them older brothers, Act wasn't even outside. Mel Cross's cousin, he got me by like 4 or 5 years. He wasn't even outside. I was out there 2, 3 in the morning at 14, 13, 14 with dudes who was 18, 19, and 20 doing robberies every night. And then when we got 15, 16, when I turned 15, 16, I was already going out to Connecticut, hustling. And even though I was only 15, 16, G, Greens, and all of them will tell you, even though they had me by 3, 4 years, I was still with them. Tommy Hilfiger chain, fronts in my mouth, my own pager, my own rental car. I wasn't even 17 yet. So the people he naming, if we can get them up here or he would interview them, they'd be like, he named them like that means something. They would only validate everything that I'm saying. There ain't none of them gonna go against what I'm saying. Not near none of them. Have him get him up there on his platform and say, yeah, Bucks is lying about anything that I said. Only thing he attacked was Crestston because he's from over there. And because Crestston is $1 million block, he may have found it hard to believe that we was actually over there. But when y'all get off this live, y'all can go to my video, the one that says Hellrell proves Mel Cross wrong. And when you go on the video, you're going to hear Hellrell and the brother I was just on the phone with, Smash, discussing our time on 183rd in Crestston and 182nd in Crestston. All right, Millie Mills. He and his homies were hella close. Yeah, we was. I ain't ever seen you. This was 2000, bro. This was like 2000. This was 2000 going into 2001. I'm not trying to have drama with Mel Cross. I'm not. I'm just disproving him. He said a lot of stupid shit. So he was trying to disprove me. God is good. Jesus is God and Savior. Believe. I do believe. I believe in that name. I cast out spirits in that name. Spirits was cast out of me in that name. That name holds a lot of power. Thank you for reminding me, brother, why you read like that. Hooked on Fire. I actually couldn't read for a long time. Get Thig on your show. Y'all still cool? Yeah, Thig. That's my bro. He all right. He good money. I asked him to do something he ain't do yet, but Smash would have been 8 And oh, you talking about the other Smash? I ain't talking about that Smash. That Smash know me though. We raised that Smash. I'm not talking about Smash that be with the McClintons. That Smash named himself after my Smash. The Smash I was just talking to, the one I'm talking about, he's my age. He's 46. You talking about young Smash that's like a little lighter than me. He's kind of related to the McClintons too. That's Little Smash, the Mac. That's not who I'm talking about though. You talking about the other Smash. I know the Smash you talking about. He wasn't outside with you either. What, Smash? Little Smash? Nah, that Smash was too young when we was running around. I'm talking about 2000, bro. The Smash you talking about, he was a kid. I'm talking about my Smash. I know the Smash you talking about. I remember him when he was a little kid. He's related to the McClintons in some kind of way. I think he one of their little cousins or something like that. Or maybe like one of his sisters is one of their sisters or something. I don't think he's a direct McClinton though. Smash was nice on the dirt bike. McClintons did bad. I did bad. I love the McClintons. That's my family. Banger, Artie, Shady. That's my generation. The little ones like Rodney, rest in peace, and Cliff, Banger little brother Cliff, Artie. And I forgot the other one. Ant-Man. Shady, yeah, Shady McClinton. That's my brother. The McClintons did bad. How the McClintons did bad? Tell me how the McClintons did bad, because I haven't been around in a while, so I don't know. You proud of that? You said that with a smile. Said what with a smile? Loose cannon from Weeks. I don't know loose cannon from Weeks. Loose cannon. It's probably some new guys that you did bad. I did do bad, bro. That's what I mean. If you've been up here enough, then you know that already. So, along with the McClintons, that's my family. I told you that. I love them people. I love their mothers. The new generation, I don't really know all of them. I know the older ones, the ones that's 40 and better. Matter of fact, Ant-Man ain't 40. Ant-Man might be 40. New sub, what part of New York you from? The Bronx, but lived in every borough except Staten Island. Yeah, I lived in every borough except, no, I lived in every borough, actually. I was going to say except Queens, but I lived in Queens when I was like, I went to Queens for kindergarten. We did live in Queens. We was in the shelter in Queens. So I lived in every single borough, actually. God bless you. Why you did bad? I was facing 30 years, homie. I wasn't trying to do 30 years. New York City is big trouble for the next few years. I wouldn't give a squint of piss for it. Yo, Chuck, what's goody, my brother? What's good? Oh, Bronx, Afghanistan, what's up, bro? Yeah, I know you asked me to come on your joint. No Diddy. I know you told me to come on your show, whatever the case may be. I ain't really like, you know what I'm saying? I'm only going on joints that's doing real super duper numbers. Nah, I ain't being funny, but you know what I'm saying? Like that's doing crazy, crazy, crazy numbers. But when after I get my joint, we could collab. Like once I get my computer and all that shit set up, and then we could collab. We could go live, and then we could do something like that. Once I get my computer, I got you. When you see my hookup is different, you see I got the computer in front of me, the mic in front of me, my desk, my logo. All that's coming in the next couple of weeks. I actually got everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm just in the process of moving. So when I move and set my basement up, we could collab though. Or I like what you're doing, Bronx, Afghanistan. That's no valid reason. Brother, you can't tell me what's a valid reason not to do 30 years, homie. I was 38 when I got locked up. You must be young. I don't know if you're young or you just... I didn't want to do 30 years, homie. I didn't want to do 30 years. And not only did I not want to do 30 years, Before I had my spiritual awakening, a lot of the murders, a lot of the death, that shit was on my spirit. I had to repent. I had to repent. You know what I'm saying? I was 12 years old and I led one of my best friend's brother to his death. I sent them up the block and they killed him. You know what I'm saying? I was standing on the corner one day when one of my brothers wanted to rob somebody else that I knew. And I went down the block to smoke with them and they came around the corner and they blew a nigga head off right in front of me. You know what I'm saying? I seen a lot of death, man, a lot of death. And I did a lot of shit. So the telling was to get out of my situation. I'm not gonna pretend like I didn't tell to get out of my situation, but out of those 17 murders, I probably seen about 6 or 7 of them up close and personal. You know what I'm saying? That shit fucks with a person's psyche. And then when you involved with bodies, even if I would have not told and when it did my time, the whole time I was up there, I'd have been thinking about them coming to get me for some of the murders and shit like that. So I cleansed my soul, man. I went in there, I cleansed my soul. I felt so much better after I sent niggas to jail. Or cooperated. Same shit, right? I don't know why you keep saying I look like Birdman. That nigga Birdman is a funny looking nigga. I don't look that bad. You bugging out, homie. The Jay-Z and the Birdman shit is blowing my eyes. Maybe it's the glasses in the bald head. Nah, I got you. Bronx, Afghanistan, I got you, bro. You ain't want to do 30 years, so why do the crime? The crime, um, you're right, but 30 years for a petty ass drug case? You sound stupid. I didn't think. I mean, I knew if I went federal, I was gonna get a lot of time. So I'm not gonna say I didn't know, but who the fuck think they gonna do 30 years for a petty ass drug case? I didn't rob nobody. I didn't shoot nobody. I didn't kidnap nobody. I wasn't robbing, shooting, and kidnapping. When they put handcuffs on me, I had went 6 years without even touching a firearm. There was guns on my case. I never touched them. The little niggas who was working for me, they was buying a lot of guns and shit. But when they put handcuffs on me, I hadn't even touched a gun in 6 years. And that's coming from somebody who put on my gun every day when I got dressed. Like I put on a hat, socks, clothes. I put my gun on every single day. I never was caught without my gun. And for 6 years, I wasn't even carrying a gun. I wasn't robbing. I wasn't shooting nobody. I wasn't sticking up nobody. I wasn't kidnapping nobody. I wasn't gun butting nobody. I was just selling drugs, which was wrong too. But I didn't think that I was going, even when I was doing what I was doing, I didn't think I was going to be looking at that kind of time. But I did know, because I've been to the feds, I did know if I got federally indicted that it was going to be, I was going to be looking at a lot of time. But I still didn't think it was going to be 30 years. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't get caught, you would have still been committing crimes, shaking my head, just exposing the BS excuse you making. I probably would have been still selling drugs. What you want me to say? I probably would have. You ain't say nothing wrong. If I didn't get caught, I probably would have still been selling. That was 10 years ago. So hopefully I would have made enough money to where I wouldn't have had to keep selling drugs. That was 10 years ago, hopefully. But yeah, if I didn't get locked up in 2016, I would have still been selling drugs. Yep. What you want me to say? No? You look like a baby. I'm 47 years old. Thank you, though. Birdman, if he went to college. Everyone tells there's no such thing as a gangster. There's some gangsters. There's some niggas up north. I know a lot of dudes right now locked up for murders that could have got out of it. There are some. There's still some gangsters left. They're stupid. They're real niggas. You know what I say? A real nigga is a real nigga is a real ignorant person. Because a nigga's an ignorant person, right? So they say. So there are some real niggas left. There's some. It's not a lot. But the things that you have to do to be a real nigga, like the killing and kidnapping and gangbanging and all that, them niggas is dumb. They're niggas. They're dumb niggas. Because ain't no way you're going to be out there doing that. You know you're going to get told on, especially in New York. Don't sound stupid. You look stupid. And you sound stupid. Your decisions was too trapped, so you not stand on what you decided to do. Listen, nobody, right? The feds is different, but nobody who sells drugs. When I used to sell drugs, I used to could stand the time. When I was out in Connecticut selling drugs, I knew I was gonna get 2, 3 years. When I was in New York, I knew I was gonna get 2, 3 years. I didn't mind that. But when the feds pick up the charge and the shit you would have normally got 2, 3, 4 years in the state for, they start talking about 30s, the game changes. So you could sit up here and judge all you want, but you never been in them shoes, homie. It sound good. I hear you, but that shit sound good. I don't know if you a street person or not. Millie Mills. I don't know if you're a street person. You sound like a dumb street nigga, but if you are a street nigga, that shit sound real good. If you're facing 30 years and you know about 17 murders like I did, and the feds say we're letting you out the door in less than 5 years and you give up the murders, nigga, you giving up the murders. That shit sound good. You will. I know a few niggas that would go and just go through the 30 years. It's a couple of niggas that I know. If I know 70 niggas, I couldn't even count on his hand how many niggas I trust that probably would go do that time. But you, homie, you're not going to do no 20, 30 years. You're going to tell. It sound good. So you saying you a bitch and couldn't do the time for your own crime, so you broke homes up. Nigga, we break homes up when we selling drugs. If I didn't tell all the niggas that I killed or had killed, I broke homes up when fathers got murdered. Do you not understand that? We break homes up when we selling crack to these women and they're stealing their kids' stuff and the state come take their kids because we selling these women crack and we selling these women heroin. We break up homes when we sell somebody heroin and they overdose. We was breaking up homes before I told. You sound stupid. Them niggas wasn't fathers. Them niggas was gangsters in the streets doing gangster shit. They was gonna get told on anyway. Every nigga that I told on was killing people. They was gonna get told on anyway. I broke up the home. The home was gonna get broke up anyway. Them niggas wasn't fathers. Them niggas was in the streets. You can't. A nigga in the streets already has a broken home. A nigga in the street already has a broken home. The home is already broke. How you know what shoes you've been in? I can just listen to you. I'm just listening to you, homie. I'm just listening to you. I like the dialogue, though. Bro, how the fuck do you sleep in that house with your batteries been going off for days? I told you I'm from New York City. I'm from the Bronx. That shit is way more quiet where I'm at. That's the only noise. Are you talking about prison? Yeah, I was talking about prison. You look like Too Short and E40 mix. Yeah, if you're on the East Coast, I look like E40. If you're on the West Coast, I look like E40 or Too Short. If you down south, then I look like Birdman. If you in New York, then I look like Jay-Z or Styles P. Shout out to my homie Javon Jackson and Brian Martin. They big fans, bro. Oh, I appreciate it. Like, share, and subscribe. I got a good video I just put up tonight. That's why I came up here. I got a real good video I just put up tonight. Y'all better subscribe because all y'all trolls, y'all not going to be able to troll soon because the next time I come up, my live is only going to be for people that's followers. I'm not telling. That's good, Millie Mills. That's good. You might be a stand-up nigga. You might be a real nigga. I get it. Just get out if you in the streets, just get out. Hurry up and get out of them because it's over. Damn, you gave up 17 bodies? Yeah. Yep. Six unsolved. 2 of them, they ain't even solved yet, but they gonna. All y'all Shark Baller fans, y'all better tell them. He ain't, I know what I signed up for. I knew what I signed up for too. Every nigga that tell know what they signed up for. Every nigga that told know what they signed up for. Every nigga that tell know what they signed up for, homie. But the drug laws with the feds is ridiculous. There was no way they should have tried to give me that much time for that that dumbass drug case. If I was out in Connecticut or in New York, that same case, I probably would have got like 5, 6 years. If that. And out in Connecticut, you only do half your time. You know what I'm saying? It was a bullshit drug case. I ain't gonna act like it was no big ass kingpin case, but it was because I was #1 on the indictment, and I'm a category 6. So a #1, if you're #1 on your indictment, that's a 4-point enhancement. I don't know if you're federal, so you don't really understand that. But me being the leader of my drug case, and being a category 6, and being a violent criminal, and being an armed career criminal, that's why I was looking at so much time. You would have caught my case, and the feds probably would have gave you like 7, 8 years. But because of my record, I was looking at 20 to 30 years. You know what I'm saying? So I knew what I signed up for, but I wasn't looking to get smacked like that. So I gave up some bodies. I gave up some killers. None of them was my friends. There was only one person that I actually, you know what I mean, felt bad for. And that's my little brother's brother. You know what I'm saying? I felt bad for him. And I honestly thought he was going to tell. I didn't think he was going to take. You know how somebody said there ain't no real ones left? There is. I thought he was going to tell. He actually took he took 40 years. But I swear I thought he was going to tell. But he didn't. Bronx soft as hell. Uh, Your stepbrother? No, not my stepbrother. It's somebody that I raised. I call him my little brother because he been around me since he was like 13, and I raised him in the streets. Not him, but his little brother. I brought him to Connecticut. He caught a body. He got 20 years. And his brother was running around with me, and they killed somebody. They cut him up, chopped his body up, and set him on fire. And I told the feds about that. And he got 40 years. But I'm telling you, when I was telling, I just knew he was gonna tell because I felt like he wasn't built like that, but he took his time, and they gave him 40. Will sharing this put you in the legal jeopardy? Nah, because I told the feds all of this. It's not like everything I said they said. The only way I would be in jeopardy is if I lied up here. No, not lie. If I said something against what I told them, which would be a lie, because I told them the truth. So if I got up here and said something, somebody that's in jail would take this live and say, look, he said I did this, but on his live, he said I did that. As long as I don't do that, I won't get in no trouble because I'm not contradicting nothing that I said. So now all these people got years behind you. No, they got years behind the people they killed. You saying this was wrong with the minds of other people. They didn't get time behind me. They got time because they killed people. I got all the help I need to straighten my life. That's what I've been doing. And me too. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I played a part. I didn't say I didn't play a part, but don't say behind me. If they didn't kill nobody, they wouldn't be in jail. No matter what, never snitch. That's true loyalty. I mean, I guess. But what about the guys that never snitch that cheat on their wife every night? Are they real? Are they loyal? What if I didn't tell? What if I was doing 30 years and I was talking to y'all on a cell phone as I'm doing 30 years? Would y'all look at me how would you view me? Would you view me, yeah, he's a real man? Would you care? If I was, let's just say if I was not free and I was in a cell, because niggas in cells got phones, right? What if I was on a phone right now in Canaan or one of the US penitentiaries with 30 years, right? And I'm talking to y'all right now from a phone and I'm telling y'all like, yeah, I got life or whatever. I killed a lot of people. I was a gangster and all this other shit. If I was doing that right now, what would you look at me? Would you be like, yeah, he's real. He's official, man. We love him. Yeah, would you care? How many of you would be trying to take care of my 14-year-old daughter or trying to fuck my 19-year-old daughter? How many? I'm just asking. Y'all wouldn't give a shit. You wouldn't give a shit. You'd be like, damn, bro, you got 30 years? Free you. That's all you would say. You wouldn't really care. Just being honest. Yeah, I got tired of them soups. Chirac burger, nigger. Snitches get stitches. 18 is an adult. Oh God, yo, the trolls is out tonight. I ain't even gonna lie. People are happy to be keyboard warriors in real life. Yeah, they are. They ain't who they claim to be. LOL. 19 can get it. I don't know why I told y'all my daughter's age. I knew y'all was gonna be up here talking crazy. God bless you. Repent and believe in the gospel of Christ, and He died for you. That's right. John 16. For the God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son. But you know that He said David was His begotten son too, though. Hell is eternal, so death and suffering. Revelations 10 and 10. Matthew 8 and 12. You burn and maggots eat you for eternity in hell, and repent your sin, accept the gift of grace. Oh, John 14 and 6. I know those ones. That's actually a good one. I know John 3 and 16 is so God loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son. John 14 is I know that one too. 14, John 14. Those are good ones. 6 through 4. I know that. I know those ones. It's about conquering the flesh. Jesus has plans for your life, and He wants to prosper. He wants you to give us hope and future. Will never leave us nor forsake us. He will give us eternal life. Hebrews, Jeremiah. Amen, amen, and amen. Thank you. Thank you, Flame Warrior. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, hater, rat. Amen. Welcome home. Thank you. There are over 5,000 witnesses that testify of Jesus. They died for what they knew was true. No one dies for a lie. He also found His tomb, and there was not Him, even His art. Thank you, beloved. I appreciate you. That He told on His begotten Son. Yo, you burnt out, man. Y'all tripping tonight. What's your narrative? What you mean, what's my narrative? The sun even shines on a dog ass. And it's another saying that says even a garbage can get a steak every now and again. Even a garbage can get a steak every now and again. Or they say even a broken watch is right twice a day. Those sayings go along with that one. So I gave you some new ones. Do I know Take Money JB? Yeah, I know JB. The Mac JB from Clay. He live uptown, Jamaican JB. Yeah, I know JB. If you were able to betray your own mans, how can we ever trust you? Like borrowing love or something familiar. Well, I don't know how long you've been here. I don't know if you've been on my lives before or heard me, but those wasn't my mans. None of them was my mans. Only one of them was my little man's brother. And he wasn't my man. He ran around with me, but he wasn't my man. None of the niggas I told on for murders was my mans. They was associates. They was people I ran the street with. None of my childhood friends was heavy in the streets. One of my childhood friends that was heavy in the streets, he got 30 years in New York State prison. My other one was Harold the rapper. My other one, he got locked up for 4 murders. He told, and then I got locked up and I told. So the 4 people that went down for all the murders, none of them was my mans. So I didn't betray my mans, even though I would have to come home. I'm not gonna pretend like I wouldn't have, but it was that much easier. None of the guys that I told on was my friends. They was just associates. They was my fellow gang members, fellow people from the neighborhood, but they wasn't my friends. But that doesn't changed the fact that I would have told on a couple of friends to come home. I would have. I had to tell everything I knew. If the feds caught me in one lie, I would have had to go through 30 years. So, hey, yo, I appreciate you, bro. I got a good video up with Harrell on my chat with him talking again, but it ain't nothing too crazy. You heard Bronx, Afghanistan, but I got a joint with Rel talking about he drugged women to have sex with them. I got that, and I got him calling Freaky Zeke a rat, saying Freaky Zeke's a rat. I'm gonna put those up in the next couple of days, though. I'm actually, what's the name? I'm gonna collab with you on a couple of them joints too. You still told, I know. Rip Pimp C. This shit real as it gets. It is real. Damn, Master Splinter said shit. I would have though. Who was the fourth that went down for murder? It probably was more. It was actually more than four. It was one, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It was 7 people. 7 people went down for murder. I said 4. I was just shooting from the hip. Damn, bro, you snitched. Damn, bro, you late. Copy, copy, copy. I'm going to spread that facts. You know, I was in there. I seen a lot. I already know. You don't strike me as someone who's burdened by doubt. I'm not. Rest in peace to young Dolph. Rest in peace to that young brother. Hey, bro, glad to see you again. Glad to be seen. Glad to be seen, beloved. Glad to be seen. You know A-Train? Nah, I don't know A-Train. I don't know A-Train. Remember, people, you're just as good as the company you keep. And that is true. I was around a bunch of killers and murderers, thieves, robbers, and I was just like them. Yo, do you think that it is weird that I collect SpongeBob cards? It depends on how old you is, beloved. But even if you grown and if that's your thing, that's your thing, man. That's your thing, that's your thing, man. You're not a killer or a robber. I'm not, but I've done it. I'm not a killer or a robber, but I've done it all. I'm not a liar, I'm not a thief, but I've lied and I've been a thief. I'm not a pimp or a prostitute, but I've pimped and I've been a prostitute. You know what I'm saying? I'm not all of the things that I've done. You know what I mean? But I told, so I guess I'm always gonna be a rat. You know, like they say, if you suck one dick, then you're gay. I guess if you told on one person, then you're a rat. You can't say, well, I only told once. You ain't done it all. Jay-Z and Diddy party. I done had my own Diddy parties. No Diddy. I done had Diddy parties before Diddy, but I ain't rubbed no man shit on my nipples or did no shit like that. But you told on 7 people. I told on more than 7 people. Just 7 people went down for murders. I've been to a Diddy party. No Diddy, for sure. That's tough. Now get a Clash Royale, cuz you probably had McDonald's parties. I pray for you, man. Please. Hope you find a better path and stay looks great on you right now. Bro, I'm never going back to committing crimes. I've been here. I'm actually here to teach people spiritual stuff. Like I'm not, and to learn and to grow. I'm looking for my community in spirituality here. But gotta live in jail. I was in jail. I got out of there. I got out of jail. I was in jail. I was in witness protection. They got TVs in there. They eat steak. They get ice cream. Oh, I'm handsome. Thank you. I done heard I look like Birdman. I done heard I look like Too Short. I heard I look like E40. I done heard I look like Pimp C. All them dudes is funny looking at me, so I'm glad somebody thinks I'm handsome. You and Gio still just on the outside. Nah, Hey, yo, Millie, you's a funny little nigga, B. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm in Geo still, but on the outside. Nah, in Geo, you locked up, kid. You locked up in a dorm. I've never been in dorms. I've been in cells my whole life. In Geo, you in a dorm with 50 other niggas snoring, farting, bunch of rat, disgusting, the worst of the worst type of nigga. I'm not gonna lie. I've been to a lot of prisons. That was my 6th time in jail, right? And I'm gonna keep it a band. Geo had to been the worst place I ever been. The caliber of person, because you gotta think, you around 200 niggas that snitches. So they gonna be gay, they gonna be rats, they gonna be thieves, they gonna be scared, they gonna be liars. That probably was the worst group of people I've ever did time around. That is true. I'm not even gonna lie about that. That was a terrible, terrible place. Oh, Kai Reality. Everybody follow my son Kai Reality. What's up? What's up, Kai? What's good, bro? Yeah, Geo was a horrible, horrible place. So when you say I'm still in Geo, just minus the bars, ain't no way. This is way better than Geo. I got a big old bed, a beautiful high yellow woman in the bed with me that I'm about to go to right now. You know what I'm saying? I could get up right now. I could make me something to eat. I could go on YouTube and make money. This is not Geo, homie. You about to get off? All right, bro. Say that I'm gonna hit you in the morning, bro. They was tripping about one of my videos. I was on CapCut today. I did my whole video. I did a whole video on CapCut. I put the words. I chopped the video up. I did the whole video on CapCut, bro. That's my word. They wouldn't let it up there. I was trying to get you to show me it turned yellow, and then I deleted it, and then I put it back up. So I took it down. What up, bro? You kind of look like Steels from Juice. Oh, man, I done heard everything. Now I'm Mr. Potato Head. Yo, listen, it's 65 people in here. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm telling y'all, subscribe now because tomorrow I'm setting my live only for people who subscribe. So this is the last time y'all gonna be able to come up here and troll me and not subscribe. Also, I got a video up there. It says Hell Rel proves Mel Cross wrong. I have a recording of Hell Rel talking about basically how we took over Crestston and how we was on Crestston in 183rd to disprove Mel Loss. So y'all go over there, run the Mel Loss channel and say, listen, you don't know what you talk about. Stop trying to disprove the brother Bucks. Just say, tell Mel Loss to say, look, Bucks, you're a rat. Stop talking. But don't come up here and try to disprove none of the gangster shit that I was talking about because I have no reason to lie. I don't see the vid. It better be up there. You working still, shaking my head. Nah, I'm not working, bro. You wasn't on 183rd ever trapping. I promise you I was. I was on 183rd. I was actually on 184th and Field Place. We was on 184th and Field Place. But we used to be on the 3rd, right on the corner. I promise you. What's up, LL Cool J? Damn, bro, I done been, all right, I done been LL Cool J, I done been Styles P, I done been Mace, I done been E40, I done been Too Short, I done been Birdman. That mean I'm about to get some money. That's all y'all telling me is I'm about to get some money. I just look like money. I'm from Catholic Church over here in Bloomfield at Macon, Georgia, located near CVS by the what? I ain't ever seen you. How old are you, Millie Mills? I told you I was over there in 2000. I was over there in 2000. I was over there with Footmoo, Darby. They call them Trips, Smoke'ems, Rocky, Ox, H. I was over there. Shady, the McClintons, Shady, Artie, McClinton, Shady McClinton, Banger, Cliff, Ant-Man. How you? I mean, I'm not acting like I was over there for a long time, but I was on Creston from 2000, the winter of 2000, going into 2001. I can name people all I want. I'm just telling you, homie. I mean, Why would I? Let me ask you something. Why would I lie about trapping over there? Why would I lie about trapping over there? I didn't say I took it over. I'm saying we wasn't supposed to be over there and we was over there. Especially with the names I'm naming. What do you mean with the names I'm naming? Who, Shady and Banger, like the McClintons? It wasn't them, it was us. It was me, Smash, it was niggas from my side. And some dudes from T-Ball. We was on 184 and T-Ball too with Marley G, rest in peace. All them names you named, you know very well. All right, well, go ask them, homie. Go ask them if we was over there. Everybody I named will tell you I was over there. Not one of them people I just named is going to tell you I wasn't over there. We was over there for a little second. It wasn't a whole year. It wasn't 2 years. It wasn't 6 months. Probably about 2, 3 months. You probably named my name. I think I'm like 90% sure I named your name. You probably Smokums or Rocky or you ain't Darby Trips. He dead, so it ain't. You're not him. You're not him. But if you are, if I did name your name, because I only named 2 types of people. I named the people that was down with us, and I named them crime family dudes. So if you was a crime family dude, then you know we was over there. You just trolling then. If I named your name and you're not none of the McClintons, because that was the fam. That was my fam. That's the fam. So if you're not a McClinton, that means you either Smokums, you Rocky, you Ox, or one of them. Or Goggy, Lil Goggy. You one of them. And if you one of them, then you know we was over there. You just trolling. So you know we was over there. We wasn't over there that long, but we was over there. You know that. We was on Crestston and Field Place, that corner building, that one building where Smash lived at. If you from over there, then you know that. The building that Booby, it was Booby building. Booby sold dope out of it. And we sold crack out of it at night. We only came over there at night. We go over there every night. We wasn't standing out there every day, all day. We wasn't out there in the daytime. We come over there every night, like at 11, 12 o'clock, and we'll break night, and we'll be out there till probably about like 8, 9 in the morning. You know that dope shit. You know how when the police come out early in the morning. You know on Crescent, they be out there crazy, like right after the school buses. Like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, they be out there crazy. We used to leave by like 6, 7 o'clock, and then we came out there every night and did the same thing. Y'all seen us out there. If you was one of them crime family niggas, you seen us out there. You just trolling right now, homie. Smashing Thig Pack Ike. I don't mean to laugh. Rest in peace to Ike. Rest in peace to Ike, man. You was born in the 80s. Did your mama smoke cocaine? Yeah, my moms used to smoke crack. I was born in 79, and my moms did used to smoke crack. She don't smoke crack no more, though. But you said you took over. Not that block, my side. We took over my side. We took over my side. We took over my whole side. We had like 10 different blocks at that time. But we was over there. We was over there and we wasn't supposed to be over there. Let me tell you something. What we was doing over there, you couldn't have came to 240 and did. You couldn't have came to 175th Street, my block. You couldn't have came over there. What we was doing over there, y'all couldn't have came over there and did that. That's what I'm saying. We wasn't supposed to be over there. Nobody said, yo, here's permission. Come over here and do this. Nobody said that. We just did it. And I'm not acting like we took it over and we had it for a year or 6 months, 8 months. We probably was over there like a good 3, 4 months. We come out there every night and did what we did. Nobody said nothing to us. And there was times when we was out there in the morning. Nobody never said nothing. Stan was across the street. You remember old Stan, chubby Stan? Stan was across the street on 184th in Creston, that building on the corner, that reddish building. He was right across. Never said one thing to us. Not one thing. So I'm not saying like we kicked everybody. We're not saying we kicked everybody off there. We was the only one. Taking over is like what we did on our side or what we did on 173rd. That's taking over. You know what I mean? Where we out there and nobody else can be out there. I'm not saying it was on that type of time. I'm saying we had no business over there. We wasn't invited over there and nobody said nothing. That's what I'm saying. Did Shark have something to do with Dutch? Nah, Dutch died. Shark was already locked up when Dutch got killed. I was locked up with the nigga that killed Dutch. Main reason why you saying you on 183rd. I mean, I stood on 183rd, bro. I'm not gonna say like we wasn't over there every day, all day, but I stood on the third and so right in front of the cleaners. The cleaners on the corner. I stood over there. We didn't do it every day, all day, but I stood over there. Nobody never said nothing to me, bro. Nobody never said nothing to me, ever. Not one time did anybody say anything to me. And I was giving, I don't know if you Gagi, but I used to give Gagi work. Nobody never said nothing to Gagi. And you know how it is over there. If you pumping, people gonna ask you like, yo, who you over here with? Oh, I'm over here with Bucks. Nobody never said nothing to him. Nobody never said nothing to him. Gay uncle about what? 240 became something as time went on. 240 was always something. You gotta be young. I don't know. You gotta be young. I go listen to Bird, Bird, Bird. You lying, gang. All right. Listen, that's why I just put up a video. Whoever say I'm lying or I wasn't on the third, I just put up a video. That's the rapper Hell Rell talking to Smash. I don't know if y'all was on here. It was only like 20 people when Smash called me. I was on the phone with Smash. That's my brother. He came home for 4 murders. That's my right hand. That's my brother. He just called me. The phone call y'all gonna listen to is not my voice like the other videos with Harrell. It's Harrell talking to Smash about us being on Crestston and about me throwing shots on Crestston about Crestston. So anybody who questioning, go to my video, the one I just put up. It says Harrell proves Mel Cross wrong. Just go listen to that. You know Harrell don't fuck with me. We ain't in cahoots. That's just him talking about our time on Crestston. Criminal. I was a criminal. That's the building number. I forgot what building number. I forgot what the building number was. Dude is Bugs Funny. Is Bugs Bunny my cousin? Cause my teeth, you's a corny nigga. Hey, I heard you. Yo, I ain't even gonna lie, yo. Y'all bugging in the chat. I got 3 different entrances. That building was on fire. What building? 240? 3 different entrances. You gotta be talking about 240. Yeah, that shit was on fire. You have a green screen though. Nah. Why y'all call it 240? Oh, that's the building number. The building number is 240. In the Bronx, all right, say you in the Bronx and the street is 175th Street, then 176, 177th, 178th, the numbers go up. So the building, the city is like rows of buildings. So any building going this way is gonna go from 1300 all the way up to 1200. Those side buildings, they go from like 100 to like 800. So 240 is like, you know what I mean? On the west side, it's like 100 to 200. And then all the way on the east side, it goes all the way up to like 800, I think. So 240 is a building on a cross block. It's in between, but it's a big ass building. It got like 3 separate entrances. It's 2 sides. It's like 20 apartments on each floor. It's like 20 apartments, and the building is 6 stories up. Maybe it's 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 24 apartments on each floor. It's a big ass building. So they call it 240 because that's the number of the building. I'm in 240. You want to pull up at 176? No. Hell no. You must got a strong mind woman because your life is majority responding to trauma that people on here making you relive. Thank you. So your conversating with her gonna be therapy for you. Thank you so much. You so right. Thank you so much. I'm glad you seen that. You are cooked. I will make you lose your mind. The air seems wrong. Feeling off. All right, I'm off of here. It's too many trolls in here. I ain't gonna lie. It's too many trolls in here. Plus, I'm off. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Next time I go live, y'all not gonna be able to pull up and troll me. I'm gonna make you have to be subscribed in order to troll. So like, share, and subscribe. I just put a new video up with the rapper Hellrell talking about our time on Crestston. I appreciate y'all. Love, light. Later, y'all.